I refused to cosign my brother's house. Weeks later, he ambushed me with 3 lawyers, a power of attorney, and our parents. I recorded everything. I should have known something was off the second my mom asked me to stop by her place just to talk. When I walked in, my brother Rick was already sitting there, grinning like he'd already won. 3 men in suits stood by the kitchen island. I looked at my dad, who couldn't meet my eyes. One of the lawyers said, "We'd like to review a few documents with you." I froze. "What documents?" Rick slid a folder across the table. Inside was a power of attorney with my name typed neatly under grantor. My jaw dropped. "You forged this?" I asked. The lawyers glanced at each other. "We were told this was pre-signed and ready to proceed with the house co-signing process." My mom stepped in. "Honey, it's just a formality. Rick needs help and you've got the best credit in the family." That's when I hit record on my phone in my pocket. I kept calm. I asked each person to state their name, their role, and what they understood was happening. The lead attorney said they were moving forward with using my authority to co-sign Rick's mortgage application. "And who told you I signed this?" I asked. "Your brother and your mother assured us you had." "Great," I said. "Just to be clear, I never signed that paper. This is the first time I'm seeing it." The room went dead silent. I stood up and said, "This meeting is over, and if anyone tries to use that forged document, I'll file a criminal complaint." I walked out with my heart pounding, but I kept recording all the way to my car. Later that night, I got a message from Rick. "You're dead to me. Fine by me." I sent the recording to a friend who works in real estate law and asked what I should do next. He told me to send a cease and desist letter and file a report at the police station just to have a record. 2 days later, I got a formal apology email from the law firm saying they dropped the case. But it wasn't over. A week after that, my boss called me into her office. Someone had submitted an anonymous tip to HR suggesting I was involved in mortgage fraud. "Nice try, Rick." I calmly provided my lawyer friend's letter and the voice recording. My job was safe, but now I was livid, so I started digging. Turns out Rick had tried this exact scam 5 years ago with an ex-girlfriend. I messaged her. She sent me scanned copies of a forged lease agreement and screenshots of texts where he pressured her to just sign and shut up. I compiled everything. I filed a formal complaint with the State Bar Association. Since one of the lawyers at that ambush meeting was a family friend who clearly knew I hadn't consented, Rick didn't see it coming. 2 months later, his house loan was denied. His lawyer was suspended pending investigation, and I got a letter from my parents saying I had betrayed the family. Here's where it got even better. Rick had already started bragging online about the house. He posted renderings of a luxury kitchen remodel, even tagged a custom builder he hadn't paid yet. I messaged the contractor anonymously with a screenshot of the cease and desist letter and warned him to confirm any agreements in writing. The guy pulled out immediately and left a public comment saying, "This client misrepresented financing." Rick deleted the post, but it was too late. People were talking. One of Rick's old college roommates saw the thread and messaged me directly. Turns out Rick also borrowed $12,000 from him 3 years ago and ghosted. We teamed up. I helped him file a small claims case. At the hearing, the judge asked Rick if he had any proof the loan was a gift, and Rick just stood there blinking. He lost. Now there's a lien against him for that too. I framed the letter my parents sent. I hung it in my hallway just under the plaque that reads, "Don't start fires in the house of someone who owns the water supply." I did all that because